I think it will hit us like a sledgehammer unless we're totally prepared for not just mitigation or disaster reduction, but the matter of adaptation, on the matter of how we ought to arrange it, and to make sure that the government doesn't speak on the side of its mouth by providing our agencies with the budget that is necessary, and that budget goes to adaptation and mitigation, and also to make sure that the most vulnerable amongst our peoples are benefited from this.
Definitely.
And this is very, very important for us to realize, because otherwise we will be in a very serious threat, under serious threat. I've never said this in public, but just between us Indians here, and just for the record, for the last time, I hope the Philippines has always been between number 3 and number 4 in the most disaster-prone countries in the world. And that is why it's important that this statement be made.
And finally, Mr. President, Senator Gordon is considered the guru or the expert on tourism. And there will be no tourism or ecotourism to speak of in our beautiful country if we do not implement environmental laws. And I think what the LGU and the NGO in El Nido and Palawan is an example of a collaboration, a tripartite, multi-partisan collaboration of how they have made the people actually imbibe the value of protection of the environment. And I think that every coastal municipality or area around the country must have that kind of value as well. I know that the good senator had many programs when he had his stint at the Department of Tourism. I think it would be a good suggestion to incorporate environmental compliance of already existing laws into the present tourism programs of the present administration.
If I may, Mr. President, just as an observation, this morning I left at 6:30 in the morning to go to Carvalho, or Isla de Carabao, or San Jose. This is an island right beside Boracay, Mr. President. White sand beaches, very beautiful community. And Mr. President, as I flew over Boracay, you could see the green algae brought about by overexploitation of Boracay. For a long, long time, we've been speaking like a voice crying out in the wilderness on the matter of really exacting from Boracay the kind of tourism that they have produced. And we should be happy, but on the other hand, you could see certain rapacious acts being undertaken within Boracay in terms of construction, or for that matter, people staying in the area and putting in tricycles and creating all kinds of pollution in the area. Now, in Carvalho Island, just for the record, Mr. President, in the Isla de Carabao, again, this is a very, very pristine area that's indeed very beautiful, white sand beaches. The mayor there, I'm happy to say, is taking up the cudgels in terms of environmental responsibility, and is providing for a master plan. So the message of environmental responsibility is being taken very seriously by our people. This is a matter, however, that I think has not been given the kind of financial support that I think it should have, in terms of making sure that we don't hurt Mother Earth, and that we are also able to prepare for climate change in terms of not just adaptation, but also making sure that the disaster risks are brought down. So, Mr. President, I would like to thank again the Senate for allowing me to be able to give these observations. I hope that I can be under the umbrella of the wonderful speech made by Senator Legarda, and I'm happy that we have a senator like her here in the Senate. Thank you.
Thank you once again for your intervention, and for the kind words of Senator Gordon, as well as Senators Subiri and Cayetano.
Thank you, Senators Gordon and Legarda. We haven't acted upon the pending motion of the Majority Leader to refer the privileged speech of Senator Legarda to the Committee on Environment and Natural Resources. Is there any objection? There being none, motion is approved.
Mr. President.